Flags are down, so somebody's going to suffer a big one. 2 flags are down at the 30. A little pushing and shoving by the Blue Devils and Smyrna out there. Let's see who this is going to go against.
Got a score from Wilson Central Riverdale. Riverdale on top of Central 7-0 midway through the first quarter.
Well, we're having an officials prayer meeting out there now to decide who's guilty here. Little pushing and shoving going on down at the 11 and 30-yard line.
Stratford leads Mount Juliet 13-0 in the first quarter. Personal foul.
Smyrna. Well, that'll change things.
Well, instead of having it at the 20,
we're going to have it at the 45. They're going to walk it all the way up here.
From the point of the foul.
At the 30, they'll walk it out. Lebanon will take over at their own 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils, as they've only got to go 55 yards for the go-ahead touchdown in this thing. 8:50 remaining in the second period. It's 7-7. Lebanon with the football for the second time tonight, and let's see what kind of look Bobby Brown is going to give the Smyrna defense this time. Kelly goes to the short side of the field. Double wideouts to the near side. That is Hall and Williams. And now Lebanon going to mill around out there while the officials talk about something here.
Chad Owens, the head coach at Smyrna, trying to get his 2 cents worth into the officiating crew, and Ken Melton put his hand up.
Now they're going to move it back.
That's what I thought, that the penalty would be enforced from the 20.
Well, Lebanon loses 10 yards out of that huddle.
So that puts it at the 35, which is still pretty good field position.
Right. Lebanon out of the shotgun. Todd Cross. Handoff to the near side and a loss back. No, Cross going to keep it and dive out to the 35, and he got back to the line of scrimmage out of a play that went awry, and Johnson was hit about 7 yards behind the line, and I thought that was the play, but Cross kept it. He faked it to Johnson and gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
But I think that was the intended play, and Cross just took it away from Johnson when he saw those 2 blitzing linebackers.
Cross up under the center. Gives off to Johnson. Big hole. Johnson. 35, 40, 45, 50. He may go. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Step. Johnson. No, they say stepped out at the 8. What a run. Justin Johnson.
He outran them all to the end zone, but he stepped out at the 8. Will Forkham caught him on about the 9 and forced him out of bounds 57 yards from scrimmage, and there is a sprinter for the Blue Devils, Bob Lee, as JJ showed him some gas.
Tommy, it was like a sled going down an icy hill, fast and smooth.
Blue Devils will have it 1st and goal from the 7. Out of the eye, double wide out set for Lebanon. Cross handoff to Williams, and he's going to get in there about to the 5-yard line, and Bob Lee signaling the touchdown. I think he thought that 5 was the goal line. It should have been.
He's juiced up. He is juiced up. Well, there's a lot of folks out there tonight.
2-yard gain by the Blue Devils puts the ball by the length of the football inside the Smyrna 5. Lebanon threatening to take the lead again. 7:50 to play here in the opening half. Blue Devils and Smyrna tied up, but the Blue Devils are knocking on the door. Lebanon again going out of the eye. Everybody in tight, going to play a little power football here. Cross up under the center. Cross, handoff, keeps it himself. Cross diving and loose football, and Smyrna will pick it up in the end zone.
They're going to call that down by contact.
I believe it is going to be, and if it is, boy, the Blue Devils are going to get a break. Cross carried it to the 1, and it'll be, well, they put it at about the 1.5 or maybe the 2-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and goal or 3rd down and goal for the Blue Devils.
It looked like Todd went down on a knee and tried to stretch the ball out, and then it came loose.
Cross going over the left side, and they pull him back. He did not get in, but the ball is at the half-yard line. The ball is inside the 1 at the half-yard line. Cross trying to sneak over the left side, could not get it in there. And the Blue Devils have got to make something happen here. They put in 2 wideouts and take out some of the power plays.
Clyde, we're going to go for it. Bobby Brown's of the opinion that field goals are not going to win this game tonight. He's going to ask for time right here. Timeout, Lebanon. 6:38 as they ponder the 4th and goal play. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back after you hear this. FM 98.9 and WCOR AM 900. Tommy Bryan, Terry Stafford, Clyde Harville, and Bob Lee, our sideline reporter, bringing you Lebanon, Smyrna football.
Lebanon.
Week 9, Noakes Lassiter Field, and Lebanon Clyde going to try to punch it in.
Well, look for the dive out of Williams, the fullback. Lebanon sets it up. Cross up under the center. Cross, handoff, and a dive and touchdown. But it was Johnson. Johnson hurdling the line, and the Blue Devils score and take the lead.
Power eye right. Turn and give the ball to JJ. The guy with a 57-yard run from scrimmage just vaulted at the line of scrimmage, and he cleared it easily. The track star for Lebanon gets it in the end zone. Bob Lee, you've got the call of the PAT.
Tommy Jacob play on for the attempt. Todd Cross to hold. Mark Hancock with the snap. The snaps back. The kick's up. It's high. It's good. 6:34 left to go in a half. It's Lebanon 14, Smyrna 7.
Yard, 6-play drive highlighted by a 58-yard run by Justin Johnson. Jacob Lee with a PAT, 6:34 to left in the first half. Lebanon 14, Smyrna 7.
Johnson to the near side, and it's not Arona this time. Anton Hendricks, 5'8", 150-pound sophomore to the far side. Are the deep men.
Looks like, Clyde, they have moved
Arona up.
They have. They put him at what we would call the fullback position. He'll stand on about the 25 at the hash.
Lebanon forward, and here's the kick. And it's a pooch kick, and Arona's going to field it at the 42, trying to get outside. Breaks a tackle at the 45 to the 50, 45, 40. Still on his feet inside the Lebanon 35, all the way down to the Lebanon 30, and may have made the 29. Let's wait and see where they put this thing down. Arona almost carried it all the way.
Arona with a 38-yard return as they crossed up Lebanon's kickoff team. They put the speedy quarterback as one of the up men. That's who caught the football. It was off to the races. Lebanon got several blue jerseys around him to wrestle him to the ground.
They'll put the ball, nose of the football, touching the Lebanon 30. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Lebanon 30. Lebanon leading 14-7 with 6:25 remaining in the half, but Smyrna right after the Blue Devils. Arona back. Quarterback keeper to the near side, turns it upfield. Arona to the 30, to the 25, slides outside, gets inside to the 20, and then is hit and knocked out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. It's enough, I believe, for a Smyrna first down. Arona gets about 10 on the carry. And that will move the chains, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Smyrna's Bulldogs at the Lebanon 19.
Cut blocks at the line of scrimmage on the left side. They just want to get the Lebanon defenders down on all fours, get them off their feet for a second, and that's all the room Arona needs to try to work that line of scrimmage.
14-7, 2 wideouts to the wide side, 1 to the near side. Shadowans to the near side. Henson and Martin to the far side. Out of the eye. Arona is going to give it to Marcellus Johnson, and he barrels and powers for about 5. Crosses the 15 down to the 14. A gain of 5. Billy Bates, 1 in on the tackle. Looked like Eric Gray getting up out of that pile, and big number 71 also had a hand in there, Jamur Wharton. Ball at the Lebanon 14 is 2nd down and 5 after a 5-yard gain. Blue Devil defense trying to stiffen and hold here. Smyrna almost came up with a great goal line stand a moment ago, but the Blue Devils, Johnson, hurdled the line and scored. Arona down the line. Tries, goes back the other way. Lebanon hits him. He slides out. He's at the 10 and inside the 10 down near the 5. I think they'll mark it at about the 7.
Clyde, when he cuts back and just kind of freelances, I don't know if having 13 men on the field is enough to get him, because it was option all the way, speed option. Quarterback comes out and starts making his read, and Lebanon did everything they needed to do on their defensive right side.
Well, we've heard so much about Marcellus Johnson, and he's a great player, but here in the first half, Arona has been the most dangerous man that we've seen.
It's tough to defend a fast quarterback.
Double wide out set now out of the eye, and Arona rolls right, wants to throw, trying to turn it in. Blue Devils meet him, and he goes down near the goal line and crosses the goal line and scores. Arona takes it in from 7, and he's doing it all for the Bulldogs.
Bob Lee, you've got the PAT call.
Tommy Henson in for the attempt, crouch to hold. He sets his tee down. The ball club is now set. He calls for the snap. The snap's back, the hold's down, the kick's up, and it's good. 4:50 left to go in the half. It's 11-14, Smyrna 14.
Henson ready to kick. Hall and Johnson are the deep men for the Blue Devils. Tribble, and I can't see the number on this side, are the short men.
That's Powers.
Up at about the 15-yard line. And here's Henson forward. Kicks. This one is going to go deep, and it's going to go into the end zone and will not be returned. Henson really giving the Smyrna Ball Club a lift with those kickoffs. He boomed the first one all the way through the end zone, and that one hit about midway in the end zone, and Lebanon will bring it out, and the Blue Devils will start from their 20 and have 80 yards to go for a score.
Up front for Lebanon, Billy Bates, Eric Gray, Joey Burke, Michael Jordan, and Peter Taylor. That's your offensive front from tackle to tackle. Salas is a receiver. Kelly, Hall, Williams in the backfield with Johnson, and of course Cross is the quarterback.
High formation for the Blue Devils. Todd Cross, handoff, quick opener, and here comes Williams. Got some running room. Crosses the 25, over the 26, out to the 27. A gain of about 7 to Sergio right up the middle. As the Blue Devil front wall throwing some blocks in there and opening the way for Sergio Williams.
Jordan and Taylor with a couple of key blocks at the line of scrimmage, and Sergio dancing left and right and picking up nice yardage. 2nd
and 3 for the Blue Devils. Cross under the center, and again gives it to Williams, and Williams driving and powering. Doesn't get much this time, maybe a yard, maybe nothing. Let's see where they spot this thing. Not a lot of gain. I think he got a yard. No, he didn't. They put it back down at the 37. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 now for the Blue Devils. Lebanon sends Kelly wide to the left. Hall coming, splitting out to the near side. Back off the line of scrimmage a yard or so. Williams is the fullback. Johnson is the tailback, and Cross underneath the center. Cross, handoff, Sergio, big hole. 30, 35, and dropped at the 38. Big hole for Sergio Williams. Great blocking by the Lebanon front wall.
Lebanon with a pull block. Eric Gray pulled and kicked on the trap, 11 yards on the first down, and one guy, Will Forka, made the tackle. He was the only man between Sergio Williams and the goal line.
Blue Devil first down at their own 38. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 14-14, 3:44. The Blue Devils would like to get on the scoreboard again before halftime. Todd Cross, handoff again. Here comes Sergio Williams again, and he gets yardage over the 40, out to the 41, to the 42, and then is pushed back, a gain of about 3, and it looked like it was going to be more than that. But one Smyrna Bulldog stayed home and kept Sergio from making a bigger gain.
Good push at the line of scrimmage. Michael Jordan with what we call the G block, pulled and kicked out on the defensive end. Sergio got right on his hip and rode him for a fairly good run there on 1st down.
Kelly split wide to the left. Blue Devils going out of the eye once again. Tribble is the fullback this time, and they'll give it to Tribble, and he's got some running room. Tribble, 45, up to the 50. Should be enough for a 1st down. It's a Blue Devil. Wilson Bank and Trust 1st down at the midfield.
Bob Lee, the G block, kicking that defensive end's getting us a little running room.
Tommy, they don't have an answer for it. The line is doing a great job of getting a good push off the football.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at midfield. Cross hands it to Justin Johnson. He's hit as he crosses the midfield stripe all the way down to the 45. It'll be a gain of a solid 5 by Justin Johnson. 2nd and 5 now for the Blue Devils at the Smyrna 45.
First down yardage so key to keeping that drive alive. Lebanon picking up 5 there. Second down is a much easier call.
Cross. Quick opener. Tribble again. Tribble driving and powering and rolling over the 40 down near the 39. He's got another Blue Devil first down.
And again, the G block, the guard on the near side pulls and kicks on the defensive end. We hit that thing just a little wide.